This week in the Restroom, we get stuck on a rimshot-laden conjoined twins comedy from 2003. We've got unfunny dialogue, overlong running time, lead actors with zero chemistry, endless montages, and the one and only Cher slumming her way through this film to secure financing for her Vegas gig. It's Stuck on You. And before we flush it, we're going to take it out and play with it a little. Restroom Cinema. We're here to flush it, so you don't have to see it. Greetings, everyone. I am Honor Knight, your head cinematic flusher right here in the Restroom. As always, I'm joined by my lovely co-cinematic flushers, Midwest movie mogul Colleen Griffin.
Hey, hey, hey.
And Raging Buddha B-movie queen, Nora Crest.
What's up?
Also joining us as part of our extended co-flushing team this time out is 1/3 of the team over at the Movie Madness podcast. Movie Madness is a show for people who are crazy about movies, covering all the latest releases, classic films, and guilty pleasures with a healthy dose of criticism, insight, and humor. You can find their show on all the streaming outlets, as well as their own website, MovieMadnessPodcast.com. Please welcome back host Doug Aschliman.
I don't want to go on stage. Why do I have to go on stage with you?
Look at me. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, right? Hey, you're going to have fun tonight.
And that about sums it up, sir. Yeah.
That's
Happy to be here.
No, that's what the bad place sounds like.
Yeah. All right, Doug's got the funny noises and movie clips. That was a great one and definitely pertains to the film we're about to flush. Good job, Doug, and thank you again, sir, for joining us. Let's kick off this flush with a round of Thunder Dump. Thunder Dump. I'll put 60 seconds on the Restroom clock, and we're going to go around the cinematic bowl to see who has the worst alternate title for this week's cinematic turd. The loser will then get to read the RSS, that's Restroom Stall Stats, in a funny voice of my choosing. Here we go. Griff!
Jason Bourne This Way.
Crest!
Cameo Palooza.
Doug!
Better to have a Kinnear stuck to your hip than to carry an Affleck on your back.
I had me, myself, in this crappy film. Griff!
I saw a movie with Ben Carson and Tom Brady, and all I got was this lousy podcast.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Crest!
Danny DeVito and Arnold were more believable as twins.
Doug!
Mask Part 2.
There's something about how unfunny a film can be. Yeah, you gotta think about that one. Griff?
Goodwill Nothing.
Crest?
Double the douchiness, double the pleasure.
Nice. Doug!
I got nothing.
Oh, and I have How to Ruin a Great Lionel Richie song in 118 minutes.
I have one more.
Griff!
Unfunny and Cher.
There you go, folks. That is time. We had some really good ones. That was one of our best rounds. Unfortunately, we can't pick the good ones. We got to pick the one who had the worst one. What was your second one, Griff?
I said, I saw a movie with Ben Carson and Tom Brady, and all I got was this lousy podcast.
All right. Cress, what was your second one?
Danny DeVito and Arnold were more believable as twins.
All right, we're going to go with you. You had the worst one. All right, Cress has got Griff's off the hook this week, folks. All right, there you go. So Miss Cress is the loser this time. She's going to be reading the RSS stats in the voice of a heavy Boston accent. Have at it.
It's a wicked pisser. Stuck on You is a 2003 comedy film directed by the Farrelly brothers and starring Matt Damon, that fucking asshole, and Greg Kinnear, who isn't even from fucking Boston. It's conjoined twins whose conflicting aspirations provide both situations, in particular when one of them wishes to move to fucking Hollywood with the fucking fruitcakes out there to pursue a career as an actor. Review website Rotten Tomatoes gives the film a score of 61% based on 152 reviews. I don't know who all these assholes are that saw this fucking movie. And an average rating of 6 out of 10 with the consensus, an unusually sweet and charming comedy by the Farrelly brothers. Fuck that shit. Stupid. Fans may miss the distinct lack of bodily fluids, though. I know I did. The film broke even. I don't even know who fucking saw this piece of shit. There was not enough Tom Brady. There was only a little bit of Matt Damon, and they didn't even fucking put Ben Affleck in it. They made $55 million. No, actually, they made fucking $65 million. And the box office draw considerably underperformed. Oh, no shit. The Farrelly brothers' previous hits, it only managed third place. Don't ever fucking come back to New England with your third place bullshit. We don't want that shit here.
Hey,
It only got its third place in its opening weekend, despite having the largest theater count of any release that weekend. This is fucking rigged, man. I hate this shit.
No. You know what, Chris? The best part of the day was going to Dunkin'.
That's right. They fucking tried to kick me out of the Dunkin' for fucking smoking my cigarette in there. Fuck those guys.
There you go. All right.
Get outside.
Okay. Just, we got to let the steam out. Hey, there you go. Wow, we got a lot more restroom stall stats this week than we thought. We got enough for 2 shows on that. Congratulations. Great job, Crest. Wow, exceptional job. That might be our best one yet. I think Doug was one of the assholes that saw this film that liked it. So this film is about as close as we'll ever get to a Farrelly Brothers documentary. I also wrote that this film is a great example of why the Farrelly brothers no longer have any friends. This is the problem. Think about it though. They get all their friends to appear in these films, and this one probably was the deal killer at this point in their career. Because after this, it was this was the slow slide down, right? This was something about Mary was her peak. What was her apex of their career?
I don't know. I mean, they're still. Well, let's see. You mean directing?
Well, I'm just saying, what was their highest? What was their biggest film? And then after that, they slid. Something about Mary, right?
I'm gonna say, well, their first film obviously was Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, that was a huge hit, right?
Which, okay. By the way, this film was in development for a long time, and they originally wanted Jim Carrey and Woody Allen.
Oh my!
Oh, now that would have been interesting.
I'm gonna say though, Stuck on You definitely brought them down, but I'm gonna say it, and Killeen's gonna get really pissed off with me right now. But I'm gonna say Fever Pitch kind of brought them back around a couple years later.
Hey, girl, like I actually used to like Jimmy Fallon a lot.
I really like Dumb and Dumber. I love There's Something About Mary.
That's a great movie.
That is
You know,
great.
And I like Fever
I'm
Pitch.
having a hard time wanting to defend this because
I bet
can't
you are.
find stuff to defend.
Exactly.
But yet I like it.
But then you have to admit, Doug, that going into this one, this is really a step down from their usual material.
It is, and I like Affleck and Kinnear in it. They're fun, even though the characters are
Matt
horrible.
Damon?
Well,
Matt Damon?
You're-
'Cause
Yeah,
Ben
see-
Affleck-
Man, I did it. That's a
You
Freudian
see?
slip, isn't it?
I think Doug saw a
He
different
wanted
film.
Ben Affleck to be in the movie.
I think Doug
but
saw a
he's not.
different film, and maybe that's the problem. I'd love to see that version with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I did not see that one. Unfortunately, we had Greg Kinnear.
It was Affleck and Kinnear. That would be Ben Affleck is so huge. Greg Kinnear would look like almost like a midget.
Well, and we'll talk about that.
You know what? I am of the unpopular view that I loved Me, Myself, and Irene.
I like that too. I like the film too.
I love that
like the
movie.
film.
I never
thought
saw
it was
that.
great.
This is what you call a no-editor film because no editor was hired to cut this shit down and stick, get it, together in a tight 90-minute film. Hey, all right, yeah, a lot of rim shots tonight. But the film's all rim shots. I'm going to talk about that in the dialogue. There's it's all rim shot dialogue.
It is. It's like all of it is but up.
Right. So keep it moving, Flabby. Film opens with Kinnear and Damon going through their morning routine as conjoined twins, and the film already has exhausted this unfunny joke. Only 116 minutes left to go, folks. 1 minute into the film, the joke's over. Like, okay, they're stuck together. And then they're doing funny stuff like working out and doing funny stuff stuck together. It's not funny. I think the problem here is the general premise is not funny. Like, just having 2 actors stuck together as conjoined twins really there's no way you can sustain that past an SNL sketch.
I just kept looking at the skin and going, "Oh God, that's got to be painful. Oh God, that's got to be."
It had to be uncomfortable to them in that makeup all that time. But that's a separate.
It's like they pretended like it was taffy. Like you just touch it.
It doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't work.
No.
Like that.
I mean, if you're sharing a liver, you're pretty much like not running around flipping over things.
No,
and,
you can't
oh my
do
goodness.
that shit. Doug, at what point did you start laughing? Because I right here, I'm really not. I mean, I don't know if there was a point I started or I chuckled. I mean, you have to admit though, this stuff is it's stale. Like at the top of the film here.
Oh, it is, and like like you were saying, the sports scenes, the workout scenes, I hated all that.
Okay,
I like the 2 guys talking together
Oh,
back
so you just
and
like
forth.
that? Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I felt the same way. The chemistry was great.
Well, now that was my next note. I said, could they have found 2 actors that had less chemistry together than Damon and Kinnear? I didn't think they had any chemistry. I thought they were terrible together.
No, I thought they did have good chemistry.
I thought Kay and Peele would have sent this material into orbit. You need 2 comedic actors that can do this. Damon and Kinnear. Well, Kinnear is more of a comedic actor. Damon is not. And I think that's the problem.
Let's face it, Greg Kinnear's background as a sportscaster, for those of you who don't know his background, that he came from like a morning news show, it gives him like a totally different take on stuff like this because he had to be spontaneous a lot with athletes who are not
I understand that.
the most spontaneous people during interviews.
He also came from a soupcaster because he was one of the original hosters of the soup.
But they don't have any. I don't think that really they have chemistry. I think this is the fundamental
See,
problem.
that's the total joke. They don't look alike. They couldn't.
Is that the
possibly
joke?
be
Really?
related. Greg Kinnear's older than.
I know.
Matt
Well, yeah.
Damon.
That was the point. You think? Yeah, you were.
All right.
Are you regretting like the potential magnetism of Woody Allen and Jim Carrey?
I don't think they would have been any better. I think it would have been more
that is
interesting.
what I mean.
Greg Kinnear is a full 7 years older than Matt
Wow,
Damon.
holy cow. I said Kinnear's blonde wig was so distracting, I kept thinking he was appearing in a shampoo commercial. That hair
I
is
agree.
terrible.
That's the one thing I hate to
think
say.
that was
That's
a
the
wig?
one thing that threw it
No,
off
you
for me.
You don't think that was his luxurious?
No,
locks?
that was that's a wig. That's in a bad
Really?
way too.
Oh, because it looked really familiar.
Are you making fun of my hair, Griff? Yeah, it's not blonde, but I do have luxurious locks.
I'm just saying, people can have luxurious looks.
But he doesn't pull it off. Like his hair, it just looks weird. It looks like an SNL wig. It doesn't look natural, is what I'm saying, and it's very distracting. So they're just doing their morning routine of running in the cold. It's actually cold where they're filming. So did you make a move? I wanted to. I couldn't get her alone. The Farrelly brothers should have borrowed our rimshot for most of their dialogue. It's all rimshot dialogue, guys. All of it. You know, I was doing hey-oh for 2 hours on this one, and their stuff was only marginally better than my crap. And there was 4 writers. Well, there's 2. They wrote it. The Farrelly brothers wrote it, and then they had 2 or 4 story writers. I don't understand why it took like 6 fucking people to come up. But then again, I guess Griff said it was in gestation for what, 10 years through the system.
Yeah.
And yeah. So maybe that.
Well, again, Woody Allen, you probably rewrote it and rewrote it and rewrote it when the stories came up about like.
Well, it's really only 2 other people that worked with them on it because they're credited with the story and the screenplay, the Farrelly brothers, and then 2 other people worked on the story.
Okay, so
yeah,
4.
so it's just 4 people total. So you know what? These are their fucking drinking buddies that they were like, fucking playing darts with, and like, hey man, what about this? What if we do like fucking conjoined twins and shit? And we're like,
and oh my god, one of you was like fucking this girl, and one of you was like, I don't want to do that.
What's her name? Poontang? Well, I guess I have to file a lawsuit with the Farrelly brothers for stealing all my racist material.
Basically, this is like the last. This is 2003, so they thought they were still being funny. We have all the racist jokes.
Mm-hmm.
We have a disabled joke. We have the conjoined twin joke multiple times, and of course we have the anti-gay joke.
All the parts I laughed at.
Yeah, there you go. But none of them, unfortunately, none of them are really that racist or funny. It's all softball racist.
So wait, Doug, was this movie your safe space?
Yeah, that explains a lot.
When you told me this movie was originally written with the idea of having Woody Allen in it, write the joke right there.
Exactly.
So anyway, the Matt Damon character has a girlfriend, internet girlfriend he's been talking to for 3 years, who doesn't know, I'm not going to spoilers or not, that he's a conjoined twin. That becomes a big point of contention later on. We'll talk about that. We're not there yet, but great game tonight, guys. And we should mention that they own a burger joint, a 3-minute burger joint to get your meal to the table in 3 minutes.
Quickie burger.
Which is insanely short amount of time to get the meal to the table in 3 minutes. I take issue with that. Again, it's done for humor purposes. It's not a funny sequence of them prepping the burger thing. And
No,
you're laughing at that or what?
Yeah. That was very bad CGI.
Oh, really? Oh, because you're talking about the
CGI. It's not they're not putting ketchup on nothing.
Yeah, I
The
know.
burgers aren't flying into the
It was
bun.
so gross. It was
well-
awful. One of those buns actually had mustard on it before they put anything on it.
Chris, you're talking about 2003 CGI, so we have to be a little bit more forgiving.
No, but this is terrible.
Oh wow, even for that, it's terrible. Great game tonight, guys. Isn't it illegal to have 2 hockey goalies on the same goal? 7-minute mark. So these guys are pretty active in the community in Massachusetts, in Martha's Vineyard. They play hockey. You
kind of had to be in Mass.
but to have 2 goalies, I think that's illegal. I don't think you can do that, even if they're conjoined. You can't do that.
You can't have 2
really?
on a match.
No, you can't do it.
In the fucking box. No, you can't.
Even Crest, all right, Crest backed me up on that. All right, so thanks. For all you sports fans, please don't email.
The sports part that was believable was the golf part because him being
it's just one guy playing. Yeah,
that's fine. But the whole thing is a goalie or them boxing together and all this. Come on, no.
So they're celebrating after their hockey win. It's just them bullshitting in this bar, and it's a very quiet bar. Matt Damon accidentally tosses a dart into the side of this guy's head, who doesn't even really notice. And he says, one guy says, "You got a dart in your head, you dumb shit." And then I wrote, "At what point does the humor kick in? Every joke plays like an experimental workshop instead of a finely tuned screenplay. None of this is really fun. Like, this opening stuff is not funny. And I kept waiting for the funny part. And I'm not sure what the joke is there. Like, is it because he stuck him in the side of the head, or he didn't notice?
Yeah,
like...
because now he's tasting colors or something. So this guy has brain damage.
Crest can
That's
make it.
the joke.
Well, you just made it funnier than it actually was in the film. But I'm saying, but it just sits there. Everything like a lot of these jokes just sit there on screen. There's no energy. Like the scene doesn't have any energy to it. Doug, you didn't laugh at that, did you?
No.
Okay. Oh,
No.
Phew. All right. So Doug will be back. Yeah, but I'm saying, at what point, like, where does the humor come in? Because like the initial joke is not that funny. Just two guys stuck together as conjoined twins. And the stuff they're doing really isn't that funny. And then, you have stuff like this. There's a lot of stuff like this. It just keeps rolling through the film, and it never kicks into gear. Usually these films, the Farrelly brothers, have really high energy, and that's why I'm concerned with watching this, is to when did they peak to start to slide down into nonsense like this? What are they doing now? Are they just doing TV commercials? I don't even think they have a career anymore. Is they even doing films?
They have some stuff coming up, but they're doing things separately now. They're doing things separately.
Oh, did they get separated? I think they were conjoined for too long as a team.
No, they're doing stuff separately now, but they're doing more producing. But they're both directing upcoming
separately.
things right now.
All right. Hey, how's that letter coming? Conjoined. There you go, guys. Conjoined twins sex scene around the 10-minute mark might have been funny if it wasn't so oddly creepy. Also would have made for a great three-way, but we don't even get that.
You know what? Does conjoined twins are they covered under Obamacare?
Not anymore. It's a weird scene, guys. Three-way would have been funnier, I thought. Just do a conjoined. You could have made that interesting, but they're separated by a curtain. I guess Doug liked the scene. And what's his name? The only one who gets laid is Greg Kinnear. Yeah, Damon is typing with his
because he has an internet girlfriend that he's faithful to.
Okay, all right, really?
Well, and Damon is the one who suffers from the hangover.
Now, we're not talking like the Bradley Cooper hangover, right? We're just talking...
No, Greg Kinnear gets drunk.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because he has the liver.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could really do a conjoined twin. I think that would really throw me off, guys. Maybe it's just a personal thing on my note. I don't like if I was two chicks stuck together. I don't know if I can be. Well, never mind. Yeah, that's it.
Just change your mind. Conjoined twins out there.
I just answered my own question. Never mind.
But would you do it if it meant having a hangover every single day of your life?
Well, that's a separate issue. But ladies, would you go out with a conjoined twin? I guess I should turn the table on that because it really applies to you more than it does to me.
I'm talking about like. Okay, Matt Damon suffered the hangover from Greg Kinnear's behavior.
Yes, because he has most of the liver. Damon has most of the liver's on his side.
Right. Right. So, like, is that worth it?
Oh yeah, you get laid? Yeah, it definitely is. Well, that's a whole. But that's not what was the question I was asking. But all right.
You guys are asking two different questions.
Yo. Well, like conjoined, we're two different people. We're all.
You guys are even in the same thought space.
I feel like I'm attached to all of you.
You're like
no, but think about who would you want? Greg Kinnear, who never had the hangover but aged very quickly, or Greg Kinnear, or I'm sorry, Matt Damon, who always had the hangover.
I just want to be the guy who keeps getting laid. I don't care. Like I'll deal with the hangover.
No, I'm saying that's the issue.
All right, that's it.
The guy who always has the hangover but is more attractive.
All right. So there's that scene, guy. If you're really into that, folks, 10-minute mark, it's not that great of a scene. It's not funny either, I should mention. What's a 4-letter word for snatch? Only 11 minutes into this turd, and I'm now convinced that I'm related to the Farrelly brothers. I really think I wrote this film with them.
We know what you were thinking.
Yeah.
We know what you were thinking.
Honor, you know how we think alike.
What's a 4-letter word for snatch?
My mom actually asked me today. She was doing a New York Times crossword puzzle. She said, "What's a 5-letter word for moving your butt? Twerk?" Yes, I couldn't remember.
That's pretty much how this film went. Yeah, they do a crossword puzzle, and that's supposed to be a funny joke. What was the answer to that? Grab, right? Grab. Was the answer. Yeah, grab.
Not
get
see
it?
you next Tuesday.
Yeah, get it? Right off the bat, we made a hell of a team. And now we're going to drop into an unnecessary and unfunny montage, which I'm sure Doug loved, of the twins growing up around the 14-minute mark. Now we got to see them doing sports, right? There's baseball, boxing, all this stupid shit.
Little kids getting beat up and shit.
Yeah, it's not funny. None of that's funny. None of it really plays, guys. Anybody thought that was kind of clever? They did Rock'em Sock'em Robots, like Rock'em. I can't even pronounce that because now the tequila's going. No, I don't.
You scare me. You're an alcoholic. Seriously, you are an alcoholic. Yeah, you're drunk. I knew it. You're already drunk.
Yeah. It's just going to be an hour of Doug and his funny sound effects. But you're right. I don't, again, not funny. Unnecessary montage. I don't like seeing this in films. Did we really need that? Did it help advance the story of these two guys or understand them or no?
It's the Farrelly, trademark.
Oh, is it really? Do you do a lot of this? Is this their thing?
Like the kind of montage and kind of semi-dirty montage.
Well, that semi-dirty's okay.
I will tell you, this whole section I hated because from somebody that likes sports, you can't do any, especially when you have the part later in the movie where he's going, well, everybody knows Archie Griffin is the only one that's ever won the Heisman 2 times. And then you have a scene where you've got 2 guys in the goal. You've got them playing football, playing baseball, boxing. Those freaks can run. And all that stuff that they do is so absurd. That's actually the part where I got up and went to the bathroom and came back.
How appropriate, Doug.
I'm right there with you on it. It's so stupid, and so it takes you out of it. It lets you know that the people that wrote this actually don't play sports, and that kind of takes it away from me.
That's my next question.
Or they don't know comedy.
Well, no, that's true. No, you're right.
The writers don't trust their instincts enough to do something else.
I want to be an actor. Kinnear has been saying this for most of his career. All right, maybe a cheap shot.
Dude.
I know. All right.
Oh, you know what?
He's
only been nominated for an Oscar. But
was he? All right, yeah, that's all right. I never really thought I never thought he was that great, but that's a minor.
I did. I actually enjoyed him in this.
Oh wow! All right. Cripes, you haven't been late in 5 years. How would you know? Damon nearly broke character on this point around the 17-minute mark, and who can blame him since the entire script is comprised of fucking rim shots?
They keep talking about each other like they're literally not
that's
there.
The joke.
Like
that's
they don't
the
know
joke.
what's going on with the other person.
Again, it's all rim shots, guys, and not as good as mine. Well,
but
not to be argued. No, wait. Oh, ouch. Rising Star Apartments. Who knew these 2 idiots would end up living in the same Southern California apartment complex as the Karate Kid? 20-minute mark on that one. That place was the same joint. It was the same place, dude. I swear to God. Same shitty pool, same layout with the interior and the exterior. Nobody got that? Okay. All right. Guess that's just me. That's how bored you are when you
watch. We're talking about their Rising Star apartment. Okay,
that's what I just said. Rising. Are you with the show or what?
About the manager.
Go ahead. You have the floor. The black dude.
That's his name.
Right.
Mo, who's played by Terrence Hines. He goes by, on his IMDb, he goes by Terrence Bernie Hines. And I just happen to have been in the Sea Organization with this motherfucker.
No way.
Yes way.
Shit.
He was in the Sea Org, and I'm actually good friends with his son.
Well, did you ask him? Why did you ask him to be on the fucking show? Like we do schedule this.
Oh no, you don't want his. I would
easy.
say this: you don't want his son on the show because he doesn't have anything good to say about his.
No, him. I want him on the. I want his dad on the show. I didn't want the son. Why didn't you have the son ask the dad?
I don't know Terrence anymore. I'm a declared SP. He's still, fucking Bible thumping Scientologist.
Really? Oh, is he still in there? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, he left the Sea Org. He didn't, and then he did acting. If you look at his IMDb, it's pretty sad.
Oh, he's yeah, he wasn't that funny in the film.
He's actually been steadily working off and on since 1993, and then he was in the Sea Org for a bit, and then 2000 he basically left, and then he did this, and then he's just been in a lot of shorts, and then one-off episodes of like Joey, and
Joey.
I know.
And to quote his son's girlfriend, I texted her because I was like, oh my god, I thought of you guys tonight because I'm watching this piece of shit movie, and she was like, yeah, he always plays the same character, that nice but kind of stupid black guy who acts like a white dad.
He was not funny. That's interesting. No, he's not funny in this film at all.
Fucking dick.
Okay, and he's a dick in real life.
I worked with this guy for a few years.
All right, there you go. Well, there's your connection, folks. Wow.
Yay. He was, one of Scientology's elite.
See, Doug, you're learning so much tonight.
I am.
You Hey, okay, for better or worse. Hey, you guys are stuck together. A shockingly thin Eva Mendes shows up around the 22-minute mark and is about as funny as anyone else in this church.
What?
Although she's way too thin in this.
No, you need to go past that. Shockingly thick.
She is.
First of all, she's
Can I finish the joke?
Thin. The woman is like a size 0 naturally.
I think in this film she looks way. No, she's gained some weight since then.
She had a fucking baby.
She's had 2 kids.
She fucking pushed some babies out of her vagina.
And then if I can finish the damn joke, not even really a joke now. I said, although to her credit, she's never.
A joke? What? A joke about a woman?
Eva Mendes is 5'6".
What was the joke?
She's not a model, like height.
Guys, lady. I know, Doug. I just said to her credit, she's never been really funny. It was nothing about her weight. All right, that was the thing.
No.
I just thought she looked really thin in this film.
Introduced her as shocking.
Shut up.
Run away, Honor. Run away.
Yeah, no shit. Griff, did you just tell Crest to shut up?
She did.
No, I said I told you to shut up. You started off by saying a shockingly thin.
I thought she looked really thin in this film. She hasn't looked that thin. I've never seen her that thin.
No, that is a disgusting comment.
It is not disgusting. I was an observation. She looks really thin in this movie. She's gained some weight since then. She's not fat. I didn't say that. I just said she looks shockingly thin in this movie. That's all I said. I didn't say she was overweight.
I'm sorry, but a lot of women who look normal, quote unquote normal, would take offense to that.
I'm not trying to offend anybody. It was an observation. I thought she looked thinner than usual for Eva Mendes. I thought she usually has more hips and thighs than that. And she looked really thin in this movie.
See, that's what I thought. I thought
you
were going on the fact that she didn't look as healthy as what she normally
does. No, right, exactly.
I'm crying in a bucket. This episode brought to you by straight men who want to critique women's bodies.
Thank you so much for explaining to us how we should
all right,
see
ladies,
Eva
simmer down.
First of all, she's one of the most beautiful people that has ever existed on planet Earth.
Could you not be yourself? For 5 minutes!
Should we just log off and let you guys finish?
No. Look, I just back it down. I'm not really. I wasn't attacking her weight. I'm not. I was just making an observation. That's all. Maybe I'm wrong on this.
This has nothing to do with her performance.
It was an observation about the way she looked.
Just a second though. It's 2003 Eva Mendes.
She was early.
Okay,
that's what I said.
What I'm saying is that Nora, why is he bringing it up at all?
What I'm saying to you is it's 14 years ago.
I know.
Okay?
Yes, that's what I said. 14 years ago.
Why are you bringing it up at all? What does this have to do with the movie being good or bad?
All right, look, only because it was an
observation.
It
doesn't have anything to do with the movie
being good
or bad.
Steering in this movie, she was one of the bright spots.
All right, let's keep moving. All right, we're not gonna win on this. I wasn't like making shots against her weight. I honestly wasn't. I was making an observation about.
I'm fascinated.
All right.
All right, Doug with the multiple saves.
Is, like, charming as fuck.
Who? Matthew McConaughey? Yes, he is. Yeah.
Oh, Doug is charming as fuck.
Ouch. Don't start taking... What are you taking shots at Doug? Doug's just trying to get us moving here.
He's bringing up the sound bites.
Yeah, I know. They're
kind of like... Every time I try to talk.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not. Yeah, he's just having fun. Relax. It's not. We're not.
Why did you have to bring it up?
All right, look.
It has nothing to do with how shitty or good.
No, it doesn't. I was just making an observation. I wasn't taking a crack at her, Griff. I was just saying she looked amazingly thin in this film. I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I just said she looked unusually thin. Shockingly thin, because she's not that thin now. She's not. In 2003, maybe she was.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. Committed to my pay upfront $200 service fee. Oh, wait. Committed to pay my upfront $200 service fee. A barely alive Seymour Cassell shows up around the 28-minute mark as a Hollywood agent. He looks like he just stumbled out of a dive bar 3 a.m. He didn't look good. Is he dead?
No, I don't know, but you know what was disturbing about his particular character is they couldn't decide if they wanted him to have his bottom 2 teeth or not. So they kept having the blackout thing on the bottom 2 teeth. He didn't have it in some scenes, and he did in some other scenes.
Oh.
So it was like really, and he's still alive, by the way.
Oh, is he?
But yeah, he's old as fuck.
Well, he didn't look.
He's only 81.
Wow,
he looks like 105 already in this film.
He looks really bad.
91. He looks better than that shit.
See, I thought he was dead. He's a legendary character actor for folks, so you can look him up. He's got a long. Yeah, this guy's done everything. He looked really bad in this, and I thought he was. Honestly, I thought he was dead.
He's only 81.
Oh wow, why does he look so bad in this? I don't understand. Maybe it's intentionally, like you said, black.
He just turned 82. I take that back.
Right, so he plays their manager, and he's not funny in this, and he's not given anything funny to do. Well, except for the ECV thing, which comes up. I can't believe you come to a restaurant and nobody bugs you. And I can't believe the Farrelly brothers managed to rope Meryl Streep for this awkward scene around the 31-minute mark. They meet her in just a restaurant in Hollywood. And now I guess I should circle back to the plot. It's
the Ivy, of course.
Yeah, we haven't really mentioned a plot that Greg Kinnear wants to be. He's an actor locally in Massachusetts. He wants to try his acting skills in Hollywood. And obviously, because they're conjoined twins, Matt Damon, has to agree to go along. Now they're in Hollywood. They moved to Hollywood and trying to make connections, get an agent, and they get this fucking clown, Seymour Cassell. And then they run into Meryl Streep, which is one of Kinnear's favorite actors, inside of a restaurant. She doesn't look like she really wanted to be there. She commits more to the end of the movie, because she does turn up again. But for this first scene, I thought it was kind of awkward and not really that funny. Meryl Streep really can't do comedy, I guess. She's more of a dramatic actress.
Have you ever seen Death Becomes Her?
No, one of the funniest movies.
You've been mentioning. Well, we've talked about. You've been saying we have to flush that one. Now, Crest is saying.
Oh my God, I would never.
It's like one of those awesomely like bad movies that you have to flush.
But was she funny in it?
The thing is about that movie, though, it's her and Goldie together, their chemistry, which is what makes it so funny. She's done other stuff that's funny. I mean, but let's face it, most of her stuff is very serious.
They mentioned earlier about Meryl Streep, and they say, well, she's not from here. But then that part there, she goes, hey, I remember you guys from this high school.
She went to the game. She went to the game that night, apparently.
But why would she be there in Martha? Yeah, I know, that doesn't make any sense. You're right.
Well, because she's a coastal elite who's trying to corrupt the rest.
But they say in the earlier dialogue that she came out there, she was filming something, and she liked it so much she stayed on an extra 2 weeks after the filming was done. So that gives a plausibility that this game could have existed in a universe where she was filming during football season in this tiny town, and she just happened to, walk into this game in 1987.
That's a big. Well, Crest made that huge, gap in logic, and
I'm not making a huge gap. I'm just going by the dialogue in the film.
The space between the two events and how far back they made it sound like she came through while they were just a couple years ago.
Yeah,
and she made it seem like she went to high school around there. That's what I took out of it.
1987. Another funny movie Meryl's in, Defending Your Life.
That's Albert Brooks, right? Defending Your Life?
Yes, Defending Your Life. That was great. She had 3 really good movies in 90, 91, 92. She did Postcards from the Edge, which was brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
Then Defending Your Life in 91, and then Death Becomes Her in 92. I mean, that's like...
All right. I mean,
P.S. in 89, she did fucking She-Devil. She's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't like She-Devil. I didn't think that was funny. But
What?
No, I didn't think
I'm sorry. Vaginas are so boring.
No,
that is like 80s gold there.
My point is, she's not known for doing comedy, and she's
Oh,
awkward here.
really? No. She was only nominated for a comedy this year.
What'd you do this year?
Florence Foster Jenkins.
Oh, that's right. She did. Okay, all right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I missed that one in my I'm Lego Batman's about as far as I go, folks. I missed these art films.
I'm right there with.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
Total female-centric podcast.
All right, here we go. We're gonna freak her out with bad acting and lame jokes. 36-minute mark. I don't understand why we're freaking out at that point. God damn it! I wish I could remember the plot of it. I just saw this today, and already.
No, they have this whole argument about like how she doesn't want to be stared at, and then they end up in the restaurant like talking to her. Like, and he's like, "You just said she doesn't want to be stared at. Now we're going over to talk to her." You know, like they're just fanboying out all over the place.
Oh no, this is what they're talking about. No, we're talking about now. We're getting into that now because they moved to California. The Asian girl that Damon has been internet connecting with for the last 3 years, mind you. Lives in where they are exactly.
In LA.
Mr. Kinnear, in his wisdom, I don't know. He managed to set up a meet and greet at their apartment without Damon knowing. I don't understand because they're conjoined. I don't understand how that would work, but all right. How was your trip? Could Damon's internet girlfriend be any more of an Asian stereotype? I kept waiting for her to shoot ping pong balls out of her hoo-ha, which might have dramatically improved the material at the 41-minute mark. She is terribly stereotyped, guys. And I know maybe that's the intention, that's the point of the character, but I don't know. In today's day and age, I don't think that character really holds up as well as...
the Asian internet girlfriend?
Written for Woody Allen?
Hey,
probably.
Really
wow.
Yeah, you have a good point there. Like the whole thing makes sense.
You're absolutely right. Now, if it was written for Woody Allen, that would make sense.
Oh,
boy, we got a whole nother film there. We just mind blown, guys.
Ooh. The thing about it is, obviously, this is 2003.
Right.
So the internet is still like a super new. I mean, look at Greg Kinnear's like Sprint, fucking fold phone with the huge battery on the back and shit. I mean, we're talking early days, and not as much. I don't know. I don't know if people were catfishing as much back then. Maybe they were. I mean. Sure. I was definitely not an expert on the internet then. I mean, I just
instant message back then.
Am I just talking to hear my brains rattle? The only thing Cher is rattling around the 45-minute mark is our eardrums from her screaming dialogue while wearing a porcupine wing that makes her look like she just stepped off a road production of Cats. Why is she in this film? She's terrible in this film. Anybody want
the same reason Meryl Streep is in this film?
No. Because I'm a fucking Oscar winner. Although you never know with that terrible line readings. Was this scene rehearsal footage and they decided to cut it into the film as is? Cher has so much Botox on her face she resembles her own wax figure at this point. She really, she has no expression at all. Her face is not even moving. This is 2003. I don't know what the hell she looks like now. I haven't seen her Vegas act, but she got lucky, I think, with Moonstruck. And that's it, right? I don't think she's done anything else.
She's making a joke. She's also doing this. No, come on. She is often really good at taking the piss out of herself.
Mermaids was one of my favorite movies.
Mermaids
ever.
is a terrible film, and
What?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Oh
no.
my
What is
god.
wrong with
Oh
Guys,
my-
we're not gonna. Jesus Christ, everything.
You
Boy,
hate movies about single mothers?
I just didn't think it was
what
it was.
amazing
Oh my
movie.
God, it wasn't just what. Dog, were
about
you a
the
big fan of
Witches of
mermaids? I mean, come
What
on.
about
it's
the
not-
Witches of Eastwick?
Yeah, well, the witches of Eastwick, I have a love hate. Overall, no, I didn't like it, but I acknowledge that it's a very popular film. Look, I don't dislike Cher. I've liked her in a lot of stuff. Like I'm just here.
She's in a new TV movie
Like
that's
what?
coming out about.
Like what
about-
exactly?
Well, here she's terrible, but I liked her in Moonstruck, and then when she was, you know, and
So you just like people who slap Nicolas Cage? That's cool.
You didn't like Mask?
Oh, oh my God, that guy with the makeup. Oh my God, that was like the modern
Oh
day.
my
That was the
You
modern day.
like things that make you uncomfortable.
No, that was the modern day elephant man. That's all that
No,
was.
you don't like things that make you uncomfortable.
No, it didn't not make me uncomfortable. I mean, I was laughing for most of the Mask. But that's a whole different. Look, I don't dislike
Ooh,
Cher.
That's cute.
She is terrible in this film.
That's the point of her performance in the film. She's
she's
making
not good?
fun of herself
Yeah,
because
but we
she's an
see-
Oscar winner. People think she's stuck up and an asshole. So she's doing a stereotype.
But
of
she
herself.
never achieves
It's
a
an
character level
in-joke
here,
that
though.
She's in on.
I disagree, but there's yes, she's in on the joke, but she never achieves a character level. She never becomes that human level where she comes off as a believable character throughout the running time. She's just reading lines, and she seems aloof for a lot of the running time.
Yeah, but does anybody in this movie?
Ugh, I know that. Well, yeah, we can argue that.
Well,
too.
so
Go ahead,
should
Doug.
we,
I love
so
Damon.
should we like? Oh, okay. Like I love Lamp. I love Lamp.
Ouch!
Yeah, damn it.
According to Doug, that was his big selling point. Was that your favorite
Yes,
character?
that was my big selling point. But
Really?
my joke of it was I don't know which is more plasticky, their prosthetic or actually Cher.
Yeah, but you
Hey-oh.
know what? That's kind of her selling point. Is
But
that
no, but she's so Botox.
No, she's Cher. She's Cher. Like
I know.
weirdly, her plastic persona is more real than like people like Kinnear or Eva Mendes or Matt Damon. In a weird way, she's open about what she's like had done to herself. So I don't know,
All right.
she's more interesting.
I think Sonny Bono got off easy.
You're gross.
That tree was looking awful nice.
Yeah, was it?
You are a disgusting human being.
It's Pavlov's dong. Was anybody else laughing in hysterics over Kinnear being cast in a porno film around the 50-minute mark? Anyone? No. Okay, yeah, crickets on that one. We'll keep going. He gets fine.
Why was that not an obvious joke? I
Oh,
mean,
you got the
obvious-
joke? Oh, you got that? Wait.
Of course, I got the joke. They
The only
put,
thing- right.
conjoined twins in a porno.
Well,
okay.
that makes the only thing I found funny in that scene. So he gets a job in Hollywood. It turns out to be in a porno, which doesn't make any sense at all. No, it does actually if you know porno films. However, the funniest thing in that scene was the director who had like the Donald Trump tan. Yeah, I thought that was like he was really tan. I thought that was okay.
I thought it was funny that it was actually on a movie set, like at a studio. That it wasn't in
Yeah.
a hotel room right next to theirs.
That it was on an actual lot, like across from the Warner or Paramount lot, is total bullshit because you know
No,
that
it
shit's shot
wasn't.
in the valley and
Oh,
some
you know,
fucking
yeah, right.
Airbnb.
Oh, and a hotel.
shit.
Yeah, an Airbnb.
Airbnb.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what they do. They will rent someone's house out
Really?
in the fucking valley, and then they shoot a porno real
No.
quick over a weekend, and then they just fucking get out of there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man.
they kind of accidentally invented the concept of Airbnb.
Yeah.
No. That's awesome. All right, well there you go. That's a good point. Folks, if you're renting your house
Would
out,
that be considered as Airbnb?
Oh, Doug will be here all week. You're holdthepickle at hotmail.com. Where Bad Wig's a standard issue for the shoot, everyone looks like they just stepped off the set of Twister at the 53-minute mark. So they end up at a club. The Asian girl does not know. They still doesn't know they're conjoined twins. They managed to hide it. Go figure this shit. So they go to a club, and it's Kinnear and Damon, of course, and Eva Mendes and this Asian lady at this club. And, of course, this guy comes up, and he's throwing this shit off that he used to be involved with, or not really, kind of, sort of. Everybody's hair is really bad in this film. That was my ultimate thing on this one. Okay, nobody's got any notes on the bad hair. All right, we'll keep going.
No, I'm trying
Well,
to
I
figure out
kept
what
thinking,
to
boy,
say,
does
like,
Kevin James look bad?
Is it Kevin James? That's not Kevin James. Is
I
it?
know it's not.
Oh,
I
it
know,
looks like
but
Kevin
it
James.
Looked
It
it looked like Kevin
it-
James's stand-in.
It's a stand-up comedian who says that line and gets up in the fight scene, which is coming up. But I just forget the guy's name, and I was too lazy to look it up. Because you know what? When I hit the full cast list on IMDb, it was so fucking long I gave up. That's a massive list of speaking parts in this film. And I was like, I just got lazy. Okay, I'm in. Conjoined twin fight scene around the 57-minute mark. is about as much as you could hope for in a lame comedy about conjoined twins. Anybody like that scene? I thought that was okay. Excuse me.
I can't deal with any fighting because I just see that skin. And I'm like,
did that throw you off?
Did that
throw you off? Okay, so you didn't buy this. Is that even possible for two twins to do that? I don't
know, and I don't want to know.
Okay.
To back up, before you guys give me a hard time, when I said it, I said Kevin James because I said he looks so much like Kevin James. He co-starred, or not really co-starred. He played Kevin James's brother in Here Comes the Boom.
No shit. Did he really?
Dude, I'm sorry if I misrepresented myself. I will never give you a hard time about associating anybody with Kevin James. Because he deserves it.
Yeah. Wow. All right, Griffin with the win on that one. You're absolutely right. Yeah, there's a lot of names we don't mention in the Restroom. He's one of them. Adam Sandler's another one, but they're listed long. Thanks, Doug, for bringing all this stuff back up to the surface. We appreciate that. These turds just keep floating around our bowl, and we can't get rid of them. The kid's right. The script sucks. Cher could not have said it any better regarding this turd. She's forced to do a pilot for a series, a shitty thing called Honey and the Bees, not spelled B-E-S. And as a result of that,
B-A-Z-E.
her logic is if she gets a terrible...
the SC is because they're from the street.
You gotta have Z. You're absolutely right. So her logic is if she gets a co-star that's really bad, the network is going to pull the plug on the whole show and she can get out of her contract. That's what it is. So she... Again, the porn film did not go well. They didn't even get that far into it. And then going out into the parking lot, Cher sees him again because they had a meet cute bump in earlier. And she hires Greg Kinnear and, of course, Matt Damon to be her co-star. And now we're filming this actual thing called, which I think I would have rather watched that show than this movie. I think Honey and the Bees could have been super cool. It was like a moonlighting. It was like a moonlighting riff, is what it was. It was. It looked way more entertaining. Is this why he got you the big teddy bear? Yeah. What was it? Then I said, if they just told the Asian stereotype they were conjoined twins, we could have shaved the full half hour off this unfunny running time, hour and 2 minute marks. Okay, now I see. I wish I'd write my notes correctly so I can read them when I'm drunk. Not good. So he still hasn't told his Asian old lady, that they're conjoined twins. So as a result, Greg Kinnear does a scene where they're in bed together, and he's dressed up as like Ted from Ted. It's not Ted in the film. It's him dressed up like Ted. But then it was supposed to be a funny scene. It's not. Shit. So basically, now he has a career. What's his name? Because the show becomes kind of a minor hit. Mr. Kinnear now has a Kinnear.
Except for Cher's getting really bad press, and everybody loves Greg Kinnear's character.
Right, exactly. That's my next line, where she goes outside and one girl says, shit, it's just Cher. That's exactly what I said when I first saw her on screen. At the hour and 7 minute mark. Seeing Cher in this film really didn't do it. There's no value for me in this because.
What was the value for this?
There's no value. That's why we're flushing it.
The movie is value for anybody. And I don't care who you put in the movie. It's bad.
Okay, there you go. You could have been, but you could have picked another.
But I take the value. Like, do you believe?
Would have been funnier if Celine Dion was that role instead of Cher.
No.
Okay. That would have been all. See, you're laughing, but that would have been funny, right?
Why would you put Celine Dion? She's not a fucking actress.
well, some could argue neither is Cher.
Or Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey
would have been a better diva choice.
That would have been a better diva choice. All right, we're gonna go with Mariah Carey on recasting this. Doug, what would you pick?
I would have picked Madonna.
Oh, that's a good choice. Actually, Doug may have the best choice.
Oh my God, we should do one of her
All right,
movies.
Doug, you're back in our good graces. So Madonna would have been a good choice. All right, so Doug with the win on that one. Let's keep going. Please don't go. I would have sped off as well upon seeing my boyfriend permanently attached to his brother. So she finally finds out that they're conjoined twins after she assumes that they're gay because they're in the same bed together when she busts in on their apartment. Don't deny, embrace. Okay, I embrace just how funny this material is, the same way Bill Cosby embraces all of his unconscious dates. Hey-oh! Oh, come on, guys.
No.
I can't
You don't have to hold them down when they're not awake.
Yikes. That's some deep shit there, Doug. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit saying things when they crop up there in the old skull, huh?
This is why Doug's wife wasn't on with us tonight. He's been grounded. He's actually been kicked out of his house, and he's living somewhere else.
That's why the podcast studio is in the basement.
Yeah, he's podcasting from his car.
We're not trying to be the next Serial, okay?
No. All right, yeah, Griffin the win on that. Jesus Christ, it got real dark real quick. All right, let's lighten it up. Go to sleep. You've got a geography test tomorrow. Cher in bed with Frankie Muniz is A, creepy, and B, about right for Cher. Hour and 12-minute mark. I did laugh at that. I thought that was funny.
Frankie Muniz just kind of makes me sad.
He's actually not credited in this film.
Really?
I just want you to know that. He's not. No, if you look at the full cast and you try and find him, he's not.
Neither is Meryl.
It's not on his IMDb.
I thought that was a great joke. I'm not a great joke, but I thought it was. I did laugh at that. I thought it was a funny visual just to see Frankie Muniz in bed with Cher.
What are the chances of that being in real life? I was thinking about 80%.
There you go.
Actually, that's what I did enjoy about this movie. I was like, this isn't that unrealistic.
No, Cher likes younger men. She's known for younger men and but I don't know about that young.
Well, no,
that's a joke. I know.
TLC made this movie realistic.
Well, I'm just thinking at this time, Frankie was only 18 years old, so he was barely legal.
Ew.
Yeah, he was 18 when this was shot. So this is why it's even grosser because Cher is like almost old enough to be his great grandmother.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he's 18.
Cher would have tore him up and spit him out, man. He couldn't handle Cher. He couldn't handle Cher. Most people can't handle Cher.
No, this is when he was big on Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh yeah, I know. That was around that time frame. Nobody's gonna get that joke now watching it. Unfortunately, we do because we're old. We're fucking old. But for the young kids, you aren't gonna even get the joke. But it's. I thought that was funny
because it's not. I mean, this is like before they were even born. So
yeah, no shit. Okay, so the show goes on hiatus. I know at that point. They're still stuck together, and I think that the overarching thing is they're talking about getting separated. Like, apparently you can do an operation now to get them separated, which I think in real life it would have failed, but here in the movie it might work. Bob and Walt Tenner, two dipshits stuck together. We're just going to improv most of the scene and blow out the running time further. Who really cares at this point? Hour and 23-minute mark. This is before they got separated. And what's her name? The Asian lady comes back. I don't even know that I don't know the actress's name. I think her name is May in the film. I feel bad for her because
her name is May in the film. Her real name is Wen Yan Shish.
Thank you. She's completely wasted in this film, and
no, she's just playing a total stereotype, and it's awful.
Yeah, and not funny, and not interesting, and not I wish it was a better role for that, but all right. I don't know how to tell you this, but we lost them. Okay, so Anderson, they decide to get separated because Kinnear wants to pursue acting. Matt Damon's getting fucking sick of L.A. and wants to go back to Massachusetts. As a result, they do have the operation, and now Eva Mendes, and who's still hanging around this film, and Ming-Na Wen is in the waiting room. And the doctor comes in. He says, I don't know how to tell you this, but we lost them. Cute airplane-style joke around the hour and 29-minute mark.
My God. And, of course, it's Ben Carson.
Was it? Did you not know this was Ben Carson?
No, I did not. That's Ben Carson? They delivered that airplane joke?
Podcast.
Oh.
This is Ben effing Carson.
I'm a complete fucking idiot.
I'm telling you, he was better in this movie than he was running for president.
All right, so folks, if you want to see Ben Carson when he was a fucking moron in the movie, here you go, as opposed to a moron in real life.
All these celebrities.
Now I'm surprised you even knew who Ben Carson was.
No, I know. Overall, yes, I know who Ben Carson is.
Outside of a Popeye's organization.
Oh shit!
But you marched. We haven't gotten to the other cameo.
All right, hang in. All right, so Ben Carson delivers that line. And I said it will just make you wish you'd be watching Airplane instead. It's not a funny joke. It's a lot of they rip off a lot of humor from other stuff. So basically, they're alive. They survive the separation.
They don't even explain how science they did it. They're just
I know. That's not even a whole chunk of the film. It's just one scene. They're done, and now they're separated. Now they have to learn to live apart, and as a result, I guess Cher corners him and says, "You okay, Walt?" And I said, "You know what's not okay? Another musical montage around the hour and 35-minute mark. Team America got nothing on this film, guys, because there's a lot of montage that I guess we mentioned earlier that Farrelly brothers were famous for that kind of shit."
A lot of montages.
It's a lot of fucking.
But are we gonna skip? I think we did skip past the other cameo here that we're totally missing.
Go ahead. We did Ben Carson.
There's a scene. Yeah, well, there's a scene where, and this is before they're separated. This is when Matt Damon gets the Blue Man suit. There's two computer guys that are making Cher's ass look huge.
Yeah.
Okay, one of those guys with all the piercings is Tom Brady.
Oh, is that Tom Brady?
I took a picture. I'm gonna send it.
No, we don't. No,
yeah, Massachusetts' favorite boy.
He has like one line and he says something and he's all.
It's not funny. Yeah, it's not funny. All right. So,
he's got the.
Doug, did you know that? Did you know it was Tom Brady?
No, I didn't.
Oh, come on. You're a sports guy. God damn.
Oh, I did.
I knew it was Tom
That's
Brady.
pretty fucking sad, Doug.
I was too busy watching Cher's ass get made big and small.
That was the focus of your scene? Okay. All right.
Exactly.
There you are. So Doug had his moment there, and he missed a legendary sports figure.
Hey, you got to have priorities.
This is 2003 Brady. This is when he was still backup quarterback.
The thing is, though, a lot of the Farrelly brothers rope a lot of people to appear in this film. Maybe not after this film, but this was maybe the last one, just to come in and do a line.
Farrelly brothers actually had Anna Kournikova in another film.
All right, so yeah, I don't know how they do that. How do you do that to come in and do a shitty fucking movie over and over again? I don't get that, but all right. I know how you feel. My boyfriend just went off to college. Cher will be here all week, unfortunately. That's the end thing to Frankie Muniz' joke. I wish I delivered that better, but all right. She basically convinces Greg Kinnear just to go home and be with his brother. The brother moves back to Massachusetts. Kinnear gives up acting because the show's done. Then we got the 1 year later title coming up on screen, and I said we're going to still be watching this goddamn film at the hour and 43-minute mark. Overly long, guys. This could have been a tight 90 minutes. 90 minutes in and out, but nope, we're still going. Hey, what's going on? That's what we'd like to know, since they dragged Meryl Streep into appearing in another scene in this turd. His next project is to do a musical version of Bonnie and Clyde. The film ends with them doing a musical performance in that film, an entire musical performance, mind you, at the back end of this film of Kinnear singing. And that's why I said, because even like every cast member's there in the front row. And I said, Eva Mendes is so insanely patting her hands on her thighs during this unnecessary musical number. She looks like a special needs child attending a performance of The Wiggles. She looked insane in that. Did you guys watch her? Like, she was throwing on the movie.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't mind this.
Oh, really?
You didn't mind Greg Kinnear's lip syncing here?
No, I want to see Greg Kinnear try it on Broadway.
Really? Oh, all right.
I'll admit, I've been a hater for most of this. But
that was the one thing you sold it? All right. I was completely out.
No, it was corny and it was good.
It was shot different too. Did you notice that?
Really?
It actually, I mean,
yes,
I liked how it looked. And then when they made the cuts to the audience, it was almost like it had two different sets of directors, because when they were on stage, it looked really good. And the audience shots just looked like it was hacked.
Do you think that maybe they this was a edit because they realized how fucked they were?
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, I don't think it really fits in.
You need something to make people happy at the end.
It's a dumb way to end the film because they end up back together.
No, it's not. I enjoyed it.
All right, one person won. You. The rest of us, I thought it was unnecessary. It was just a bloated ending. Basically, they go back and realize they have to have some connectivity together, so they Velcro themselves together just to keep functioning in some sequences and then separate for other sequences. And that's how they kind of find a balance in their relationship and their life and stuff like that. And everybody's happy at the end with this stupid musical number, which Meryl Streep, unfortunately, she's not good in this at all in this scene. She looks awkward in this just as much in this scene.
No, I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was supposed to be cheesy
one person.
on purpose.
But it's not
cheesy.
But it doesn't fit with the rest of the fucking movie.
It was supposed to be bad.
All right.
How was it not supposed to fit?
It doesn't fit with the rest of the movie.
No, their whole point was to get her.
That was cycled back. I know it calls back on. All right.
Well, no, that wasn't cycled back. That was the whole point.
A Farrelly Brothers movie. In case you were wondering who made this crap, there you go. Crest on credits. What the hell happened?
Okay, so first we have. During the first part of the credits, you have Greg Kinnear sitting on that bench next to the statue that, of course, now is a live person. And then halfway through the credits, it breaks back into the play scene where Rocket is giving a thank you speech for being a part of the movie, and it's really kind of endearing.
Oh, that retard, that special needs
you
dude?
cannot say the R word.
What? All right, well, yes, it's 2003. I can still say retard in 2003.
No, it's
no, you couldn't say it in 1980.
Yeah, but he is
a special needs person.
Why is it funny to you?
Human?
I have an IQ of 48, and I'm what some people call mentally retarded.
Oh, boy. Can't wait for Doug to come back.
Anyway, that's it. He gives a very lovely speech.
That's it?
No, I'm serious. He gives a lovely speech thanking everyone on the cast and all this.
Really?
And basically talking about the only reason he went even out for this movie was his niece told him he should do it. It's very endearing. It's very sweet.
Oh, now I feel bad that I made fun of the guy.
He's in on that.
All right, so he gets. All right, see, Griff, get off my case. He's in on the joke, right?
I'm just saying he gets the point of his character in the movie, but I certainly would not allow you to use the R word when addressing them.
I and the Kennedys are so horrible.
All right, so that was it, right? There's no outtakes.
I saw a special snowflake. I am so sorry.
There's no other outtakes, right?
No, I wish I was waited all the way to the end. I thought there was going to be something.
Yeah, why do we have outtakes? Usually, don't they have outtakes on the end of their films?
I know they didn't do it.
It was called the entire movie.
All right, there you go, folks. So that is stuck on you. Boy, we got a lot of mileage out of this one. Holy cow, we took it out and played with it a lot longer than we should. Can we flush it, ladies and gentlemen? Can we please flush it?
Yes.
Yep.
Flush it.
What? Nobody's got a joke? Guys,
There's
one
no
job.
fucking jokes in this movie.
You know what? You made all the jokes.
Hey, wow. Wow, it's going to be a fun night tonight. Consider it flushed. There you go, folks. That is it for this week. I want to thank my lovely co-cinematic flushers, Midwest movie mogul, Colleen Griffin, and Raging Movie Queen, Nora Kress. Great job as always, ladies. I want to thank our very special guest, not even a special guest anymore. He's an extended co-flusher. He's family at this point, and boy, he's family now. Doug Aschliman from the Movie Madness podcast. Doug, great job tonight. Woo, you went to the fire on this one.
Yes, I did.
But you saved us with your funny sound effects. Thank God. There you go. We appreciate it, sir. Thank you for joining us as usual. And we're going to be back next week to torture you with something else. Until then, say goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Night, movie lovers.
Hi, this is Sarah Polton, and I want to thank you for listening to This Week and every week as we flush these turds down our cinematic bowl here in the restroom. And by turds, I mean the movies, not my ex-boyfriends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to us on iTunes and Google Play Music so we can attract more listeners and so you don't miss a single episode. We love feedback, so email us at signalsoffury@gmail.com with your comments and suggestions for future flushes. Also, be sure to check out our home restroom on the net, signalsoffury.com. Until next time, remember, we're here to flush it, so you don't have to see it. I'm Sarah Polton, and this has been the award-winning Soiled Restroom Cinema.